Hello, this is Chef Coding and welcome to another episode of Erlang tutorial series, and today we are going to talk about pattern matching, which we can do with arguments in our functions. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, let's start with creating new module, and I will name it episode. Remember to make sure that name is atom and the URL. Now module episode and also export. Okay, nice. And let's create here our first function, which I will call test function, and it will take one argument. As you can see, I opened my brackets and here I placed variable arg, and in Erlang, arguments in functions are also pattern matched, which means we are looking for pattern when we are passing some argument, when we call our function. And when we find fitting pattern to passed values, then we are going to call this definition of function. Let me show you what I mean. Because it is unbounded, that means we will pattern match here any value. I hope you remember that from first episode. Okay, and here I will use the same function I used in the last episode format from module IO. And here I will put arg, and here tilde p and new line sign. And as second argument, we are separating arguments by comma in calling function or in definition of function. And here I will place the list of terms which are going to be placed in our output instead of tilde p. Okay, so for me it's our only variable here, and dot at the end of definition of function, and we have to export this function, test function, and after slash the number of its arguments which it takes, and for me it's 1 now. Now let's go to terminal. First thing, let's go into Erlang shell. Now compile our episode module. We got it, and now let's call our function episode4 test function, and in brackets let's put here some argument. Let's start with tuple, maybe. Okay, and I got arg tuple with 2 elements, 12, and atom, I don't know. And that's right, our tuple got pattern matched in unbound variable. Now let me show you very common usage of functions in Erlang. In Erlang you can define many definitions of the same function. I mean the same when it comes about name and the number of arguments. Let me show you that. We are going to define the same name, the same number of arguments, but here I will try to do some pattern matching. As you can see, I opened curly brackets, and here I am expecting 2 elements, let's say. Just a second. Okay, great. Here I will also put some IO format function, but we've changed output. I got tuple. First element, tuple with 2 elements. Great, first element is gonna be tilde p, and second also tilde p, and new line sign. Right here. Now, because I got 2 times tilde p, I need to pass list with 2 elements, and it's okay because I have 2 elements, first and second. And now, when we are doing more than one same function definition, then we are going to separate them by semicolon at the end instead of dot. Also, because of pattern matching, we have to pay attention about order of our functions in the file, in our module, because when we pass argument, this argument is looking for fitting pattern in order from up to down in our module definition. That means every argument when I will call our test function now, will start firstly look at this pattern, and after that, if it doesn't fit, we'll go to next one. And here will always everything fit because this is unbound variable. And here we'll fit only tuples with 2 elements. Let's check it. Compile our file and pass same argument. And let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, and we got pattern matched in this function case. And that's correct. I got tuple with 2 elements. First element 12 and second I don't know. And that's great. Let me show you the example of this order has a meaning in Erlang. Order of same function definition, because now I switched the places of these 2 function definitions, and we're gonna now compile this file. Oh, okay, I did something wrong. Warning, this clausule for test cannot match because the previous clausule always matches. Okay, so even compiler give us a warning that this clausule of function will never get pattern matched, because clausule before it, this one with only one unbounded variable, is always gonna pattern match everything it goes here. So but let me compile it because we got information okay and module name. So let me show you to make you sure that I never now will got pattern matched to this pattern. So let's go back to previous state of our model, and yes, that's great. And let's play a bit more with that. Now I wanna pattern match tuple with 3 elements, but first element has to be, let's say, error, atom at error, and let's totally change this output in IO format. Error from tilde p, reason tilde p. Okay, and we can change names of these variables from reason. Okay, and here we also have to change it. Reason. Great. Now let's compile this file. We got message okay, episode 4. So that's great. And let's change this argument. Let's put the error from, let's say, me, and reason something is wrong. Sorry, I didn't close the tuple. Now we got IO format from this function clausule, because we got pattern matched error as first element, and after that we got error from me, reason something is wrong. that works fine. We can obviously do some pattern matching not only with tuples, we can also do some with just exact values. Let me show you. Now pattern matching 12 number, integer. I got 12. Hooray. And new line sign. Okay. And instead of this tuple, I will call our function with 12. I got 12. Hooray. Great. Obviously we can pattern match with list, and this is something very important. I am going to use head and tail syntax. So head, type, tail. Obviously name it as we like, we can, but I hope you know that. These are just variables. And let me show you IO format. I got tuple with head, not tuple, sorry, list with head and new line. Great, and here I put head. And now let's compile it. Warning, variability is unused. Okay, so I hope you remember that variables are always has to start with uppercase. But if we will not use it, this variable in our function definition, then we can start this with underscore. And thanks to that, we will not get warning, but it's still valid variable. But this is promise from us as programmer that we won't use it in our definition. It's just here to be there. There is also a special variable, which is only underscore, but yes, it's working the same way. We won't be using, but we are expecting some value there. But we can use many underscore variables in the same definition, and they are never gonna be bounded. But let's back to underscore t, because I think it's more clarifying than just underscore. And let's put here some list as argument. This is list, and this is atom. And next element would be 12 and whatever. Yes, nice. And let's see what's gonna happen. I got list with head. This is list. First we got pattern match because it's list. Next we got pattern matched head and cut off tail because it has some element, so has head, so head got pattern matched to variable age. And I think that's all for now. I hope you learned something from this episode, and thank you for watching. See you soon.